Frankie, thank you for joining me today on Pop Culture Unplugged.
Thanks for having me. Excited to chat with you.
Exciting times, my friend. I watched the movie last night. What I liked about it, I like how it's like the whole, you got the mix of sci-fi, romance, psychological twist. What drew you to this role?
Probably all of that, right? I remember reading the script and, when you start on page one, when I got to page 45, I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting that. And then when you get to page 90, you're like,
Uh,
that went a completely different direction than I was ever expecting. You know what I mean? I just remember not being able to put it down. So I was super excited to have the opportunity to be a part of the movie, but also for the role. I mean, very different from anything I've done. And it made me nervous, but I think that's a good thing, right? It definitely challenged me, but I'm thrilled with how it all turned out, and I hope people love it.
I think they will. And I like, your character, they creates an AI life coach, ends up having his mother's personality. So, playing a role like this, how do you, where technology meets personal relationships collide? Tell us a little about that.
Yeah, I mean it is one thing with AI, right? We're seeing even in the real world these days, right? Like
Right.
gonna see some of the like the programmer programmed into the AI, whether they like it or not, right? There's gonna be
Yeah.
some biases and some, things like that. And definitely Renner wasn't planning on programming his mother in there, right? Because you see throughout the movie or you hear throughout the movie that they had a very rough relationship. And you kind of don't know he puts so much trust into the technology, so much trust into the AI and the relationship with the AI, and really, really like engages with it to help him, and it is helping him. But then you start to realize like you don't know who to trust, right? Do you trust the
Mm,
AI? Do you trust the Jamie character? Does he trust himself? Like doesn't even know what to think, and it really kind of drives him crazy. But yeah, without giving too much away,
right.
it's obviously something that we are going to see in we are seeing in the real world
Right.
too, right? So
Mm.
what is the limit, of the power that AI and technology is going to have?
How did you mix the balance between sci-fi and dark comedy for this role?
Man, I mean, a lot of that was the writing, right? Like
Mm,
it's not something that when we were doing it, I was never thinking of the comedy, if that makes sense. Like
mm,
Renner is 100% just like doing what he had to do. And there's funny moments just in the
yeah.
in the neuroticness of his
Okay.
character a little
Yeah.
bit. Um, so I didn't have to worry about like playing both sides of like the drama and the comedy. And I don't know. Yeah, this was a role that I really dove in. I've never really fully done that as an actor. I kind of like, you know, think about it the night before, what I'm going to do. I read the script, kind of, okay, I learn the lines and I go out there and I just kind of wing it, just to be honest. But this one, like, I really feel like I gave it my all and had a lot of like emotion that I found in me that I didn't know was in there, not for the role, but like even just like personally in me,
Yeah.
to where like sometimes I'd leave the set and go like, is this emotion I'm feeling because I just filmed that crazy scene, or is it like me in real life? Yeah, like I had a hard time
Yeah.
distinguishing the two, which is when you've seen this movie, it's weird to think that like I had a hard time distinguishing my life from this character because
Mm,
I'm not like this character at all.
yeah. What do you think part of Renner's journey resonated with you the most? Because between the love, control, consequences, what resonated you the most with it?
Oh man, like I said, there's just such a wide array of emotion portrayed, right? You see him in the
Mm,
beginning, you don't really know much about him. You start to learn throughout the movie with him opening up to Jamie, with him, having the flashbacks of his mother and all that you see that there's definitely some trauma there. And I don't know, I felt like you see such an evolution in
okay.
the short time span, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just I feel like it was very unsuspecting, unexpected ending of where it goes. And I love those types of movies, right? I love when you're watching a movie and you really don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like you can't even like I don't know if you watch this movie, maybe if you watch a lot of movies, but you probably didn't think what was gonna happen.
Right.
Especially the first 45 minutes. It's like one movie, and then the second 45 minutes is a whole different genre. You know what I mean? And I love that element about it. You think it's like this nice, like getting to know, like kind of romantic. He's getting to find himself. You know what I mean? He's venturing out.
What about the AI voice? for Marcia, did you like have an interaction with her while you were filming, or was this like done after you guys filmed everything?
Yeah, so no, I mean, no, they did all that after. So I was
Okay.
anytime I'm interacting with the AI, it's like literally this fake looking eyeball that had a light, and
Yeah.
Robert, the director, would be reading the lines. And you always have like an image in your head when you read a script or when you're filming something of what it's going to be in the end. And
Yeah.
I thought, she did such a phenomenal job with the voice, and it really kind of adds that element that you need. And but yeah, that's sometimes not the hard part about being an actor is like, yeah, I can't imagine. I've never done like one of those crazy green screen movies where like nothing's real. I feel like that'd be really hard. You know what I mean? To like pretend like you're jumping off a building and you're
Right.
not. You know what I mean? But no, like I said, I think all the elements, I think all the acting in the movie, and I'm happy with how my acting was, and I never say that, but like Violet and Taylor
Yeah.
and like Marsha, like everyone was really, really good, and such a small cast, but I think everyone did a good job. So I think that's what makes the movie even more intriguing.
I spoke to Violet before, an amazing actress.
Yeah, she is. I
Yeah.
remember being intimidated by her on set. Like we were doing rehearsals and it worked for the character because like in the beginning I'm supposed to be kind of intimidated by the character, her character,
Yeah.
right? And I remember having that in real life of like I just didn't feel like because she was so good as an
Mm.
actress and I was like I don't know if I can keep up, but it
You
worked
did though.
for
You
the
did.
it worked for the role 100%.
Yeah. Frankie, I want to thank you for giving me this today. Good luck with the film. I can't wait for everybody to watch this. I think they're gonna enjoy it.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having
Thank you.
me.
Have a great
See
day.
you.